secret tips in social media that will grab more customers for you on this edition of Event Rental Insider. All right, now outside of the basic boost that you can do in Facebook, can you tell some ways that we could extend or expand on our advertising within the Facebook so we can get more of the kind of people we're trying to reach?
Absolutely. It's a great question because people who are spending, money and then time and energy to get people to their website. Yeah. We see a lot of people spending a lot on Google AdWords or other marketing programs, and they're bringing a bunch of people to their website, but they're not doing anything to the people who leave. We know that everybody who goes to a website, unfortunately, doesn't buy right away. And we also know that stats say that if somebody sees a message 7 to 14 times, the likelihood of them buying are far increased. And so Facebook has a program called Facebook Retargeting, and it's a little snippet of code that you can put on your website, and it will allow you to advertise to everybody who goes to your website. So the perfect scenario is if you're spending several $1,000s on Google AdWords, for example, and you're getting people to your site. Well, as those people leave, now you can stay in front of them very cost effectively with Facebook ads, and it allows you to basically extend your ad spend and also be able to get customers that you normally wouldn't get because they left your website. Another great benefit of Facebook retargeting is you look bigger than you are, because perception is reality. And so if you go to a website of 3 jumpers, because we know a lot of people are doing price comparisons and stuff like that, and you leave, and now there's one jump company that stays in front of you on Facebook with, cool pictures of the different jumpers they have or special offers or those types of things, you can reclaim those customers. And we run a lot of these retargeting campaigns in our company, and we have not seen somebody lose money yet on retargeting. And that's a pretty powerful thing.
What does, because I know that when people think about Google AdWords, in the beginning everybody thought of everything as like $1, but in reality some of those clicks can be $7 or more even. Yep. So what kind of money should these guys expect when they're doing a retargeting campaign?
That's a great question. I always ask people to at least start off with like $50. And what that does is Facebook, because the demographics are so different, they don't allow us to kind of bid on a term and get an exact result. Right. So you got to kind of test with a little bit of money. But if you start with $50, then you can kind of see the ratios. Now, what we've seen in the past is if you have a video ad for retargeting, you can get views on that video for 1 cent a piece to that audience who's already visited your website.
That's amazing.
Oh yeah, and if you're doing like text ads, sometimes you'll see it higher, 25, 50, 75 cents. But remember, this is an audience who's already raised their hand and said, I'm interested. And now you're getting to stay in front of them again.
Right. What is this term that I keep hearing about? It's geofencing. What is that?
Geofencing.
How can we use it?
It's one of the coolest things right now that we're doing. But I think, so what geofencing is Facebook will allow you to put an ad in basically a radius around a location. So for example, if I owned a jump rental company, I would geofence and put ads around all the pizza party places in town. I would be thinking of Chuck E. Cheese, Peter Piper. And you just put a little ad within a mile radius of that place. And you basically say, looking for a great way to entertain kids at an upcoming party, check out this, or something like that. And now you can basically put an advertisement around your ideal audience on Facebook for, again, pretty cost effective because it's a very small radius and you're talking to your ideal client.
What about like preschoolers? If you actually targeted the actual preschools, that is your target market.
It is your target market, exactly.
So you could do the same thing there, right?
You absolutely could. And what you want to think of is people who are going to be using their cell phones in those locations. So moms dropping off preschoolers, absolutely. People in pizza places, absolutely. And think of those types of places where you can put an ad around. And the other thing is you could put multiple ads in the city. So you can have ads at each different location and also speak to the audiences. If you have moms who are dropping kids off at preschool, talk to them about looking for a great idea for your upcoming preschoolers party. If you're at the pizza place, you can talk about kids love pizza, they'd love this at their party. Something like that. And again, we're going off the top of my head, but it's a great way to speak specifically to your audience as well.
And if you're in a wealthy neighborhood, you might advertise links to some of your higher end units. Is that something that we could do as well?
Absolutely.
A link to a particular type of unit. So
Yeah,
some
you
of the
absolutely can.
bigger, higher dollar things where maybe kind of a typical demographic might get the regular jumps, right? Something like that.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that, and again, be able to speak to your target audience. And you could even, if you want to go to the next step, you could even create a specific page on your website speaking directly to those people as well.
Yeah, that's great. So combine it with like a landing page.
Correct.
That's
Correct.
awesome. All right. Well, thanks for the insights.
You're welcome.
I always appreciate you joining in and sharing your information and your expertise with us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
If you found today's information helpful, make sure to give us a thumbs up, press that subscribe button, and comment down below. I'm also going to have a link over to Maverick Web Marketing down in the description below, so if you want to check out some of their information, do that, and we'll see you on the next episode.